Race 1 Sale Greyhounds this afternoon, and good afternoon to Peter Eustace.
I thank you. Hot Chisel is the tote favourite here at $1.90. $1.90 for Hot Chisel, $4.24. There's the green light. No late scratchings. In fact, no scratchings for the card at sale. And set for the first of 10 to hop out. Hot Chisel missed the start by a length and a half on the outside. Best out was Final Bull that went to the front, going up fast. The outside too. Notice as they drive into that first turn, Zealous Prince got up on the inside of Fully Booked. A length and a half to Light Switch. Off the track next is Meteor Romero. The favourite's a mile back. Hot Chisel second last and Licorice Bullet's last of all. But Final Burst is by 2.5 lengths. The danger could be Fully Booked, who's running on over on the inside. As Notice, it's Final Burst clear. It just get there by a half length to Fully Booked. And 4 away third Notice over Zealous Promise, and a mile back on the field Light Switch in company with Licorice Bullet, Meteor Romero, and after being last out of the box is the tote favourite Hot Chisel, has just about stayed that way. Wait for numbers here on the first on the card. 24.30 is a very good run despite the blustery conditions. 24.30 is an excellent run here, recorded by Final Burst, which got to the front from the start. They ran 6.09 to the first peg, came off the second turn in 15.04, and as I say, they've run on very strongly. 24.30. Numbers still to come up from the judge, but you'll find number 5 is the winner of the first. And on the super tab here is showing about 13.90 and 2.90, about 13.90 and 2.90 on the tote. Final Burst is by Burst Asunder out of Shining Promise, owned by Eddie and Mary Licehout, and trained by Eddie down at Druin West in West Gippsland. Waiting for the official numbers to come up. In this is Fully Booked. I think you'll find second, about a half length behind the winner. Coming home quite hard by Zaz I Am out of Miss Green Eyes for Rocky Crisafi at Officer. And 6 Notice, Kareem Sledge's mate for Harley Johnson at Churchill. So
there they are after the running of Race 1 at sale. 5, 2 and 6. 13.90, 2.90, 1.90 and 4.20. Colac Race 3 is number 2 Sacred Honcho, 5.30. Cheyenne 14, Myora Jewel at 6.20, then go down to 8 Lord Bernie now at 6.10. It's drifted out. Favourite into $2 even now is the 1. Bendigo follows in 3, and let's look for the supported ones here. 3 Kate's Grace at 13, 5 Cornica at 9.60, 6 Fantasia missed $6, 18's for Hit the Forest, and then let's see if there's any other ones here. Yes, the favourite Pattern of Bells down there at 2.80, and above that $12 for No Foresight and 11 at 8.50. Set at sale.
And only fairly on the inside is trying to hunt up, is going to be cut off by Myara Jewel, and also Miss Mary May, and Lord Bernie came down from the outside, knocked off its feet. Mystique Demon on the first turn. Sacred Honcho had no luck with Myara Jewel. It's a race in 2. Miss Mary May by a half to Lord Bernie, there by 8 lengths now to Good for Footy, getting around Witch Wench on the inside of Cheyenne. Off the track Sacred Honcho, Myara Jewel as they turn. It's Miss Mary May and Lord Bernie the outside. Lord Bernie stuck the head out and has beaten Miss Mary May on the line. About 6 away third will be Good for Footy here over Myara Jewel, who didn't have much luck with Sacred Honcho, and back behind them Cheyenne, Mystique Demon and Witch Wench. The favourites run near last.
Number 8 gets the prize. Lord Bernie, 5.22.20 over 5 Miss Mary May, 3.20, and 7 Good for Footy at 3.60. 8.57 it'll be after race 2 Sale Greyhounds. Now at Colac, 4 gets the prize. Run and Free, that was the one in the centre. Run and Free gets it at 34.80 and 7.20. 1 flat flop.
It's a Class 6 plate. Might be just a touch early. There's no rush to bring Fading Light in for the first. Bleep looked in great order. He's a big chestnut horse from the Rada Bulgin stables at Maria. Now Fading Light's locked away. Starter moves to the front of the stalls. They're ready to run in the first here at Bega. First of 7. 1100 the distance. Bleep the short price favourite. The bright yellow colours. Yellow blinkers drawn on the inside. Starter has the button. Steve Coleman in the saddle of the favourite Bleep. Fading Light requires an attendant. He's on the outside of the 5 racing. Sovereign Arc stood there, missed it a length and a half. Bleep's ridden hard in the early stages. On aboard wants to take him on, but he doesn't want to surrender the lead on the favourite Bleep, and the pace goes right on. It's Bleep going a length and a half on aboard. 2 to Butterscotch Blue, 3 away to Fading Light and Sovereign Arc on the inside. Settling fully into stride at the end of 250 metres, and Coleman setting a blistering pace on the favourite Bleep. He's allowed him to run, and he's out by 5 on aboard. 4 Butterscotch Blue, Fading Light the outside, and Sovereign Arc the tail. trail about a dozen from the leader. Bleep has been allowed to run from the start. He's going to lead 6 or 7 coming to the 400. On aboard is second, 2 to Butterscotch Blue. Fading Light, Sovereign Arcs under the bat. Bleep's 8 in front as he swings. He's got 250 metres to go. The short price favourite Bleep about 8 in front. On aboard, 2 away to Butterscotch Blue and Fading Light. Bleep, Coleman goes for the whip at the 200. He took a look back. He's 6 clear on aboard and Butterscotch Blue. Bleep is a minute in front at the 100. It's all Bleep in the first. Bleep's going to lead throughout. He's a bit weary on the line, but he did go hard and he's going to win by 7 or 8. On aboard second, Butterscotch Blue third, Fading Light a distant fourth, and Sovereign Arc is at the tail. That's how punters like to see them win. The short price ones, Bleep. He was declared as a good thing, and he has won like a good thing. Caught me by surprise that Steve Coleman was keen to run along so fast from the jump under the 57, but the tactics were A-OK. Bleep has absolutely strutted them to win by the best part of 7 or 8. He's actually got out, may pay around $1.40. He just got out towards the death on New South Wales TAB, showing $1.40 the win, $1 the place. There'll be no place dividends for the beaten brigade, but Bleep ridden by Steve Coleman, trained by Rada Bulgin at Maria. It's a chestnut gelding 4 by Proud Knight out of Made Exclusively, owned by Miss M. Bulgin. A comfortable win to Bleep. No minor numbers to hand as yet. I think it was it on aboard I may have called in second place. On aboard ridden by Larry Mortel, trained by Benny Winan here in Bega. And Butterscotch Blue, number 3, ridden by Lindsay Thompson, trained by Tim Stewart Bombala, will be third. 1, 4, 3 will be the numbers on the first. But a very comfortable win to Bleep here in the opening event. It's the first of 7 races here at Bega. I'm at Bega this afternoon, the first of 7, and they'll be run on a very good track. So he's got out to $1.40. He's paid Bleep on the New South Wales in the Super Tab. $1.40 to win. Sorry, on aboard will have a second dividend. On aboard on the Super Tab, $2.50 for the place. On aboard, $2.50 the place. No third dividend for number 3, Butterscotch Blue. That's the way they finished in the first. There's no other details available. I'll be back with the call of the second event here at Bega, and that race is due at 2:36.
All right, thanks, Chris. Now, Sale's 2 minutes off. They're on the way to the boxes there for the third of our Greyhound events from Sale. Texas Chiefs at 9.60. 2 is Judy Ray at 10. 3, Dashing Regent 7.10. 4, Cheeky Estelle at 19. 5, Fairbank Flyer 6.90. 6 is Testarudo at 4.40. 7, Promise now 5.20. And 4.60 now for 8, Steel. So favourite now is the 6 at 4.40. That's about a minute away. They'll be at the boxes shortly. The previous at Kilmore and the well-supported Teddy Eustace.
Thank you, Chris. Very open race here. $4.20 the tote favourite number 6, Testarudo for Carl Haas. Coming up well, Texas Chief. Over 3 to 1 the field here. Testarudo at 4.20, 4.60. Steel Promise Us 5.30, 5.80 for Dashing Regent, which has had backing. Last couple coming up here, Judy Ray, Cheeky Estelle, Testarudo and Steel on the outside. Very even race. And very blustery. OK there, the green light on. Race 3 out of Sale, 4.24 the journey. They're about to hop out. They're set. Texas Chief began a bit slowly. So did Steel. Best out by far. Testarudo trying to get across on the inside. Fairbank Flyer. And also Cheeky Estelle on the first turn. And getting up quickly was Promise Us to the outside. Still runs 5th but moves up from Texas Chief and well back Dashing Region. Judy Ray last. Promise Us kept that running. Went to the front on the turn. A length and a half to Steel and Testarudo. They're well clear of Texas Chief and Cheeky Estelle. It's Promise Us and Steel down the outside. Might be Steel today. Steel's beaten Promise Us right on the line. 4 lengths away third will be Testarudo over Texas Chief and Judy Ray, and back behind those runners at the finish, Fairbank Flyer was in behind them. Dashing Regent dropped off, and so did Cheeky Estelle. 6:10 and 15:19 the splits here, 6:10 and 15:19, and they've come home in a time for the 424 metres of 24.46, 24.46. Slowly but surely, Steel on the outside getting to Promise Us. They'd beaten off Testarudo and Texas Chief back behind them. Judge may call for a photo here, but Steel on the outside, you'll find, has got up in the last couple of hops, I reckon. Was showing 4.40 on the Super Tab and 2.20 here over number 7, Promise Us, showing about 5.10 and 1.80. And third placing behind them, I think, was Testarudo, which was showing about 1.50. Waiting for numbers to come to hand. Steel has been certainly knocking on the door, and is by Gallant Ruler out of Sacred Wine, is owned by Mark Older and trained by Ronaldo de Vidio at Devon Meadows. Has got the money, 8.76, Promise Us by Burst of Sun to Shining Promise for Eddie Lysout, just missing the double in the early races, and Testarudo head honcho Matombo missed the early leader for Carl Haas. 8.76 official at sale.
All right, thank you, Peter. And Steele gets the prize, 8.76. Now, Colac is 4 minutes away. They've been running late there, though, so hopefully they can pick up some time for this fourth event. Number 1 is Flying Tiger 18, 2 is Frey at 26, and 3 Full and Fly 8.40. Number 4.
Nice to line your books, an announcement regarding betting. And they're almost ready. Full and Fly gate number 1. So Tokyo cut out. 1,100 metres the journey. Tokyo cut out 8 scratching. Bookmakers advised to line your books, an announcement regarding betting after the race. Interesting event this one with many first starters engaged. Yeah, they're almost ready. Shadow Knight down in gate number 1. The red cap there. 1 of 2 from the Craig Conran stable. Almost set. Super Boba's 3-year-old maiden. Racing. And one of the first out there was Mandela, showing pace there. Would have been Frey up towards the lead. Shadow Knight over on the inside, followed further back by Gold Tough. Settling into stride, and Mandela is the leader from Frey over on the inside. They were followed by Full and Fry. Next over on the inside there came Flying Tiger, followed by Love Songs. Back along the inside, Shadow Knight. Ahead of it there came Gold Tough. They were followed further back in the field then by Hinter Blarney. Well back in the race there came Power Charge off the back straight, followed by King's Court. And tailed right off there came Millie Vanilli. They race down the side now. And the leader here showing good pace, Mandela. About a half length to Full and Fly on the outside second. They were followed by Love Songs third. Over on the inside there came Frey. Next on the outside would have been Flying Tiger. Again to the outsiders, Hinter Blarney starting to make some ground. And they were followed by Lawsina in the straight now. About 200 to go, and Mandela skipped away. It's Mandela well out in front now. Over Trying Hard, Flying Tiger, and down the outsiders, Love Songs with a pretty good run. It's Mandela nicely out in front. Love Songs is making ground. Mandela, the leader, Love Songs is pulling ground. But Nifty Wilson has got a half Nelson on this one, Mandela, and it wins by 2 lengths, Love Songs. Third is Flying Tiger. They were followed by Gold Tough. Next in the field, Power Charge, and then King's Court on the...
Followed by the Arapaho. Well back as Red Zone, Sir Gawain, Mystic Touch, and back to last is Bernie Bow. And they run into the back now and up past the 40.
The crew, the interesting runner, very, very fast over the sprint course. And if jumps should lead these for a fair way. The green light's on, 630 metres at the top of the straight to the judge in one circuit. Backline line was up in the boxes, didn't begin all that well. Ebony Crew is showing that good pace with Windermere Flame, and just behind them Windermere Titan. Backline line trying to come across. Ben Ream was in trouble, collided with Ginger's Ace. There's lost plenty of ground, and so is Blue Monsoon. Ebony Crew's just in front. Windermere Titan the inside, Windermere Flame the outside. A length and a half. Farewell of Vega right on their hammer now. 2.5 to backline line gets going from Blue Monsoon. Ben Ream's a mile back, and Ginger's Ace is last of all, but Windermere Titan swept to the front. Got a couple of lengths clear now of Windermere Flame up on the inside. Farewell of Vega, and Blue Monsoon running a bit of a race after being well back. Windermere Titan, Windermere Flame, and Blue Monsoon on the outside. And here comes on the outside backline line. It's got into top gear in the straight. It's got up and beaten Windermere Flame on the line. It's tight for third. Windermere Titan and Blue Monsoon did make some ground. Ben Ream, and back behind them Farewell Avoca, every chance with Ebony Crew there and Ginger's Ace. Well, it has come from nowhere, backline line. It has swept up on the outside. Stand by for numbers. 37.46 they've run. 37.46, and backline line, which was back near last, coming off the back, has just wound up in the straight after Windermere Flame had got the better of Windermere Titan. Blue Monsoon was sweeping up on the outside, but backline line has just come up strongly to win by about 3/4 to Windermere Flame and Windermere Titan. As we still wait for numbers. 37.46, backline line is by As I Am out of Rapunzel, owned by Tristan Lynch and trained by Gary Ellis at Chelsea Heights. Tristan Lynch, of course, Tristan Lynch, one of the, was one of the players with Brisbane Bears. I think he may have transferred teams. Windermere Flame by Mr Giles out of National CC for Pat Jones, and Windermere Titan Shirlene by Bonjace Shirlene for Peter Giles. 8-3.
8.32, thank you, Pete, after the running of the fourth. Good winder backline line. He just suddenly joined in there in the straight. So if you took the odds on, you were smiling at least at the end. Now, Bendigo, 120 officially, 260 and 120 officially for In the Heart, 230 for number 9, Famous Pride second, and we've got 250 for number 1, Sir Regent finishing third. Alrighty, thanks Lachlan. Bega, they're about to move in for this second event right on start time. Only a small field of 5 again in this race. And the 2 fighting out favouritism are the 1 Warpole now at 2.10 and the 5 Slippery Spy now at 3.10. Number 2's at 6.40 and number 3 is at 5.80 and 16s for the 4 St Beethoven. So only a small field to move up, won't take them long. Sail 6 off, and number 1 from the Ashes is the favourite here at 2.90. 2 Regency Rise, 5.70 has been well supported. Garrettland, number 3, is at 7.10. Number 4 Night Chief at 10. 5 Kavass at 9.90. 6 Darcy's Mate 17. 7 Master Nicholas into 6.30. And 8 Brindle Mask at 10. From the Ashes is the tip from Peter to beat 2 Regency Rise and 8 Brindle Mask. 1, 2 and 8. Previous at Bendigo was won by 3 Dancing Fairy, 13.80 and 3.20. 1 Amberline second, 1.80 and 9 Silk Pyjamas 1.70. Quinella paid 38.20 and the 319 trifecta $208, race 5 at Bendigo.